Hey y'all, it's your girl Soulful Nikkita and I'm here with my boy.
Hi everyone, my name is Jobrin.
So he's new to my channel and yes, I have taken a little bit of a hiatus, but I'm back with full force and Jobrin is here to help me. So today we're doing a video on our 4 top scariest moments in life. Lego.
Wait, Nikkita. They don't know me. I'm new. They have to introduce myself.
Okay, fine, Jobrin. Go ahead.
Hi everyone. I'm the amazing Jobrin. Classmates. We go to dental school together, and so I'm here as a guest on her show. So hopefully we can entertain you guys and you have fun with us today.
Exactly, and at the end, like, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more of this lovely guy over here, definitely let me know. Even if you don't, he's coming back. Anyway.
Definitely.
Okay, so I guess I'll start.
So tell us, what's your number 4?
Okay, number 4 is when I was younger. I used to live in South Africa. So I was a little rebellious and I would, you know, walk out on the streets whenever I wanted to. So I was about like 9 years old and I was walking to my aunt's place, which was like maybe 10 blocks away. And so I'm walking by myself and this car approaches. Now this car has like 5 big dudes in the car.
Oh, wait a minute.
Big dudes. They look big because I was like small and stuff. And
that sounds crazy.
I know, and then they stop by and they're like, yo, excuse me. And I'm like, what? Before they could even get a word out, I was taught to scream and run. So guess what I did? And I was just like screaming and running. And then I heard one of them yelling, we just wanted directions. And I was like, I didn't care because I'm a little girl. And how are like 5 big dudes gonna like stop in a car and ask me for that? Okay.
Okay, so my top 4, beginning with my number 4 scariest moment, is me being pulled over by the cops. And so this was back in North Carolina where I'm from, undergrad. You know, undergrad, you have so much free time. You like to party every weekend. Yeah. So it was one weekend where I went to a house party. And my undergrad was really, really close to my home. So I actually stayed at home. And basically what happened was is that I was driving back around 2:30 in the morning on the way home. And I'm tired, you know, I've been partying all night. I'm just ready to get home and get in my bed. And for some reason, I'm going through the light and then all of a sudden a cop comes out of nowhere, flashes his lights, and basically wants me to stop. And no one is on the streets at this hour. Literally, I'm the only car on the street. No one is around. Yeah. I'm freaking out. I realize I don't have my driver's license on me. So I'm like, okay, I'm about to be locked up. Black man down.
Oh my. Okay, wait, I do have to ask though. So you're a black man. Was the cop?
Yes.
Oh, he was?
He was white,
okay, yes. Okay, so I'm already a little scared now. Okay, keep
And I was scared as well.
And you didn't have your license.
Did not have my license. Okay. So I'm already, you know, freaking out and thinking in my head like, exactly what am I going to do? Like, am I going to be able to live and tell this story afterwards? And so the cop comes over and asks me, do I know why I'm pulled over? Honestly, I do not know why I'm pulled over. So, you know, I'm honest. I'm like, no, sir, unfortunately, I do not know why I'm pulled over. And he told me that I ran the stoplight. I truly, honestly did not know I ran the stoplight. I had no clue that it was red. I guess that's how tired I was because this was really like 2:45 in the morning. And so he told me that I ran the stoplight and he asked us for my ID and registration. I had the registration, but I did not have my ID. Okay. And so I tell the officer, like, unfortunately, I do not have my ID, but I do have my school ID on me with like my picture and my name. And he was like, okay, that's fine. I can use that. And so I show him my ID, and then he was like, oh wow, my daughter goes to that school. Like, how do you like it? Literally, the conversation changed, and we started talking about school and education and everything.
Ah, nice.
I was so,
thank goodness, because it's 2 a.m. in the morning.
Thinking, like, God.
No ID.
It was like a 180, and we had like a really good conversation for like 10 minutes about school, and then after that, he let me leave. And so that was my experience getting pulled over, which fortunately wasn't as severe as other people's experiences.
Okay, thank goodness, because you're here, and so...
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, okay, I would have been a little scared a little bit, you know, sweating a little bit, but good. Okay, so number 3. Let me think about this. Oh, okay, so I was on a plane.
Okay.
And so it was a long trip. I was coming back from Africa. And so, you know, turbulence doesn't mean you're gonna have a plane crash, okay? But I don't know what happened, but I think it was in Northern Africa or something, and the plane was going, and all of a sudden you feel the turbulence, and then it just dipped. Woo! And the girl behind me was screaming. She was like, ah! I was like, oh my gosh, am I gonna live? Like, what's gonna happen? I was like praying to myself. I'm like, okay, you know what? I've lived life to the fullest. If this happens,
I hate turbulence. It's the worst thing.
But it was like, it was bad. Like the whole plane just dipped, you know, and I thought it was gonna just,
and so people are screaming on the airplane and really thinking this is like the last few seconds.
Exactly. And my phone's off, so I can't like call my, you know, I don't know. In that moment, I probably would try and call somebody, but then there's no connection in the air, so it was just, I would have had a Bible in one hand, mask down, like, oh my goodness, this is it. Let me get my life in order in the last 10 seconds. That's why, guys, you gotta live to the fullest, okay? If you're gonna do something, do it, okay? If you have a crush, go tell your crush you like them.
So, you kinda like me, huh?
Nah. I love you.
If you're gonna travel somewhere, just travel.
Exactly.
You know, live without
you want that promotion, apply for it. You never know.
Exactly. You got it in you.
We all do.
Yeah, so that was my 3rd one. Joburn, how about you?
So basically, my number 3 is in high school. Being grown, I wanted to skip school and go to the mall. Because in high school, you know, like the scheduling, I had like 8 periods. And so each class was about 45 minutes. And so, but it was just one day they were having like testing, and so we basically had to stay in one period for like 2.5 hours. And so me and my friends was like, absolutely not. And I was the one who had a car, and so we're like, you know what, we're not going to stay here. We're going to like go to the mall, chill out, and then once that, you know, 2.5 hour class is over, we're gonna come back.
Sounds like Joe.
Essentially, you have to pass by the police officer in order to leave the campus. And so we came up with this genius idea to get like some tissue paper that I had in my bag, cover up my license plate number. My friends were in the back seat like ducking like in the car, so it only looked like I was driving.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I'm about to do this. I see the officer at the end of the street. And so I'm driving and I'm like so scared right now. And he sees me approaching and he has his hand up like, stop.
And like,
I'm pressing the gas. And so and so I continue to go. I like zoom off. Of course, the piece of tissue flies off the license plate. And so basically we get to the mall, have fun, do some shopping, eat, come back. You know, I'm thinking we're like home free at this point, you know? Like he was in the back like flagging me down, but I kept driving. So I get back to school, we go to the next period, and then over the intercom it's like, Joe, can you please report to the East office? And so I'm just like, oh my goodness, like I already know what this drama is about to be. And so I go in the office with a security guard. He was like, you know, I saw you leave and I know someone else was in your car. Who was in your car? I'm like, no one was in my car. I promise you it was just myself. And he was like, well, unfortunately we're going to have to write you a traffic ticket because you basically did not stop at the stop sign. And I'm just like, really? Like, you're gonna give me a ticket for that? He was like, yes, and also you're gonna be suspended from school. You need to call your mother right now. And so my mom literally would freak out. Like, I did not want to call her. And so I'm like, avoiding the situations like, oh, she's at work right now. Let's not call her, let's not call her. They hand me the phone, like, dial her number. And so as I'm like dialing her number, an alarm goes off in this school and was like, an emergency, a fight just broke out in the cafeteria. And so the security guard's like, sorry, we have to leave, we'll get back with you. They left, handled the situation. And I guess they forgot about me because I never heard about it again. And so my life was free. So let's go top 2 moments, Nikkita.
Okay, my next moment. Oh, okay, this moment. I was in grade 4, okay? grade 4 elementary. And so back in the day, I used to be bullied a little bit, you know. You couldn't tell looking at me right now, but yes, it was true. Your girl was bullied. Stronger. Yes, it does make you stronger. So it was recess. I'm sitting on the benches, and one of my bullies, I guess, comes to me, but he has something in his hand. And as he comes closer, he's approaching, I see it's a needle. I say, what? A needle. He had a needle in his hand. He was approaching me with the intention to like stick me with this needle. At that time, I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna try and fight him. No. You know what I did?
What?
I ran. You know Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
How he ran so fast? I ran like Forrest Gump. There's no way this guy is gonna like stick me with a needle.
Did he follow you right after you?
He chased me with the needle. Are you serious? And
in
like,
school?
There was no teacher to stop him. It was during like recess. So everyone's playing around. The field is big. And here he comes with a needle, chasing me with this needle. I don't know where the needle has been. I know I didn't want to be pricked with this needle. And I kept running. I wonder where he is right now. Actually, I don't care. So if you're watching this, I don't care. Okay, that was my top 2.
Okay. So my top 2, okay, so I'm like chill now, I'm mellow, but my stories, it seems like I was such a bad child, but I really wasn't, I promise, I really wasn't. But my number 2 involves me and my cousin, who's like a year younger than me. Hi, Ashton. So we were like, I think in middle school, I was like in the 8th grade, she was in the 7th grade, and like it was a weekend, and like we were at her house, and our parents was just, you know, hanging out as they usually do because they're really close. And we were just tired of being in the house, you know, and we don't drive at this age, obviously. So we're like, you know, can one of you guys like take us, drop us off to the mall, we're bored. And they're like, no, we're not taking you to the mall, you can go outside and play. And so, first of all, it's nothing to do outside. We're bored. We really want to go to the mall. But this time, we're just not having it because they do this every weekend. So we're like, you know what? Let's steal the car. Let's steal the car and drive ourselves to the mall. I don't even know what gave us this crazy idea. I don't even know how to operate a car. But this was the plan that we decided to do. And so we were going to steal the car. And so as they're like in the kitchen chatting, we somehow steal the keys. We go outside, kind of rehearse like how to drive.
Boy, I'm gonna drag you out of this window if you don't open this door. Are you serious? Look, Cody, open the door. Ivan.
What?
Go get my key. Cody.
See no key. Oh, he's actually driving.
This boy, God.
He can't even drive.
No, like, okay.
So at this point, you don't have a license.
Don't have a license, never been behind the wheel of a car, anything. But apparently we're gonna drive ourselves to the mall. And so I get into the car, intended to go in reverse. But I went forward. And I just freaked out, and my cousin was like, stop the car, because it was a fence in front of us for the backyard. And for whatever reason, I just was not able to stop the car. Like, we didn't practice braking, like I didn't know what to do. And so before I knew it, the car smashed into the gate, and it was like a wired gate. And so the gate basically like flattened.
Wow.
And the car just went right over the gate. And so literally, I am freaking out. I can't even believe I'm saying this, but I literally like peed on myself. Like, that's how scared I was, because I knew like
you're gonna be in trouble.
Is about to go down. And so we're like going through all these reasons, like how are we gonna explain this? So we just had to tell our parents. And I'm like, maybe they see like tears in my eyes and like this cute face. They were like, have an understanding. No. I think I was grounded for at least a year after that incident. Like, it was so bad.
Oh
like,
my goodness.
My parents were livid. Like, they made me like work to like pay for the damage.
Yeah.
It was just beyond miserable for me after that experience. But yeah, that was my top 2.
Yo, this video should be like
Stealing
top
a
4
car.
craziest moments, not the scariest. If my parents
Thinking
found
I'm
out I
grown.
did that, forget about the stick on the fridge. They'd send me back to Africa. They'd send me to Uganda, in the village where you have to go and you have to walk to get water.
I'm surprised.
Okay, let's see. Number 1. Okay, again, now I'm going back to Africa, okay? But this took place last year in Africa. I had dropped my parents off at the airport, Johannesburg. So for all you South African guys, hello.
Joburg, check it out.
Yes, I'm taking him with me.
Exactly.
Hopefully next year or something.
Summer 2017.
Yeah, so the thing is, Joburg is tall, so I don't think this will happen to me again if I'm with him. But anyway, so I dropped my parents off at the airport. And we have dinner, and then I say bye to them as they go through their gate. And then, or security. And then I walk back to my car. Okay, so there are 2 different parking lots. There's a parking lot here, right outside the airport, and then there's a hallway, a long corridor, and another parking lot. So I accidentally parked in the very far parking lot.
Okay.
So I'm walking to my car, and I managed to, just as I'm passing the first parking lot, there's a guy who works there. I don't know if he's a security guard or whatever, but you know, people lie. They can wear uniforms and may not even work there. So this guy approaches me, and now, granted, I have a little bit of an accent, and I don't like, Sutu is not my language, and that's what he was speaking. And then he starts talking to me. He's like, oh, you know, I noticed you when you came in, and you know, I saw you, you know, let me walk you to your car. I'm like, no.
No, sir, I'm good. Thank you.
I was trying not to speak too much, because he would be like, this girl hasn't been in South Africa for a while, because you know, the way she speaks is a bit different. So I was like, no, it's okay. I'm good. You know, very few words. He's like, no, it's okay, let me walk you. At this point, I'm sweating. I'm thinking to myself, mom and dad are gone. They're not gonna save me. It's deserted. What's in my wallet? What's in my handbag? Okay, I got my cell phone, I got my wallet. I don't have mace. I do not have mace. I don't have a knife in there. So I'm thinking to myself, how am I gonna defend myself with this guy? So, silly me, I kept on walking. And I wasn't gonna walk to my car, I was just gonna walk in the vicinity, because the parking lot is like 6 floors. So I'm walking and he keeps talking to me. And I'm like, in my head, please just leave me, please leave me. Is this a day? Like, what's gonna happen to me? I don't know what's gonna happen.
Is he
I was so
like
scared.
behind you or like walking?
He's right next to me.
Okay.
He's like, you know, I need to stay with you here. You never know what's going to happen here. You never know. Someone might just come and take your things. I
You're
said,
right,
what?
but I'm sure nothing good is gonna happen with you. So have a nice day, sir.
I was like, you know, it's okay. Don't worry. I'm good. I'm good. And he keeps on walking with me, talking to me.
He's so persistent.
Okay, I should have thought about this before. But once I get to pay my tickets, I'm like, okay, let me just pay the tickets at the machine. Let me see, hopefully he goes. So I'm paying the ticket and he's like, oh, you know, I don't have airtime. You know airtime? No. It's like money for your phone. So here we have like contracts and stuff. There they have airtime. So they pay and then they get like...
And you get a certain amount of minutes to put it on your phone.
So he's like, oh, you know, I don't have airtime. You know, I'm been struggling a little bit. I said, ding! That's what he wanted. He wanted money. Silly me. I should have given him like the equivalent of $2.
Yeah.
You know, which is like 20 rand. I should have just given it to him.
But why are you being sketch about it though? Like, following me around for 10 minutes, you know, in my face.
Yes.
Like, no.
So I was like, okay, once I paid my ticket, I'm like, oh, okay, here you go. So I gave him the money, which I should have done in the beginning. Gave him the money, and then I decided to like take a 6-minute detour to my car. I went to a different floor, then went back, and then once
kind of lose track of where he was
Exactly.
at.
Once I knew nobody was following me, quickly got in my car, started it, and I was out. I was out. But it was so scary because he was the only one there, I was the only one there. You know, ideally when this happens to you guys, go back to the airport, go back where there are many people, don't keep walking. I was just so scared that I didn't...
And you didn't enable him, which was really good, you know? You just basically said 1-2 words and just, you know, kept walking.
Right. But he knew I wasn't living in South Africa. I feel like he knew that, yo, this girl, maybe she moved here or something, but you know, I was scared. I was like, what is this guy gonna do to me? Do I have to like fight him off?
No, I would have. Been scared too.
Crazy.
Like, you know.
No, but the thing is, you would be hovering over him. You'd be like, yo, dude, you better back up. Yeah, that's number one. Let's see. Look at him. He's rolling up his sleeve. Like, you know what? I can do you one better. Okay,
no,
let's see.
Okay, so my number one doesn't involve me being bad or
okay, good.
or disobeying the law, but it's basically in my car leaving work. This was like maybe a year before dental school started, like I was working or whatever. And I had like a 9-to-5 job, and I was leaving work, and you know, daily commute, nothing's changed, nothing different, same routine, same route that I normally take. And you know, I'm driving, and this is busy, this is like 5 o'clock prime traffic.
Okay.
So I'm driving, and I'm getting to like the stop sign, and I get to the stop sign, and I press my brakes, and my car keeps going. And so I'm like, oh shit. Like I'm just like, this is the end for me. Like I really thought I was about to die. Basically my car's just going down the street. Like I'm pressing the brake, but nothing is happening. And I just don't understand what happened from this morning to like this point in time with my car. Yeah. And so like I'm honking the horn, like warning people, like, oh my goodness, move out the way. I roll my window down and like have my hand out, sorry to block you. But I'm just trying to be animated here, like how crazy this was. Crazy. And so I get like to the bottom of the hill where the street kind of levels out. And so my car slows down a little bit. Thank God, like nothing happened. Like it could have been really
pedestrians could be crossing, and you know how pedestrians are here. They don't even look. They're like, you know what? I'm just gonna cross.
And then people yelling at me like this. One lady was like walking her dog or whatever. She was like, "What is wrong with you? Are you on drugs?" I was like, no ma'am, something is wrong with my car. I'm not on drugs, thank you.
Yeah. So comment below whose number one was better. Yeah, just comment, huh? If you have any questions about like dental school and you want us to like do a video about it and maybe just, you know, call some of our friends, we will definitely do that. Give you more insight for all those who want to get into dental school. So we're in our last year, we're graduating. We're hustling hard, staying on that grind.
Few more months left.
Few more months and then we'll be done. So yes, I'm gonna try and make these videos come more regularly, but if I don't, please forgive me. Anyway, so yeah, comment, subscribe, like. Tell us, you know, which stories are your scariest moments, or tell us who won our top one. Let's see.
We love to hear from you guys.
Okay guys, bye. Yes, we got it.